It seems that the developers want to make combat the main selling point of CDA. So, I'm gonna criticize the shit out of it. Now, I'm gonna go from like very simple, very fixable problems, so they can just get it out of the way, right? Just fix it, get it out of the way, be done with it. Now, the first problem I encounter is these descriptions. The description is, put it simply, bad. It is a combination of mistranslation and lack of tooltips. Now, look at Melee, right? This is Melee. This is her cards. Now, look at this. 2 embers combo, 1 additional hits. Like, this doesn't mean anything. There's no way I could click to like see what it does. There's nothing. It's not explained anywhere at all. Here, destroy, retain embers. Right? Now, if you think this is confusing, there's even more confusing part. This card said, on defeat, gain action points 2. This is actually a mistranslation. It's not on defeat. It's on breaking the enemy. I tested this. It is definitely not on defeat, okay? Now, this actually affects other part of the kit too. You know, in Manifest Ego, right? Here, Ascending Flame Dragon card now strike critical hit to defeated target. Huh? Like, critical hit to defeated target. Like, read it again. This means nothing. Like, why are you attacking a defeated target? Right? Funny thing is, when you click, oh my god, it's so annoying when you click it, there's nothing happening. But when you click here, right? You click here, it's said in the card, if the target is broken, deal a guaranteed critical hit. Why? In here, it is translated correctly, but this is just wrong. And it's not just Melee, okay? It's not just Melee. Like, let's look at Kalibi. Look at her card, okay? Now, Silver Veil. There is nothing talking about Silver Veil and what it does. Look, nothing, no Silver Veil, nothing. Okay, let's look at this, right? This is another mistranslation. Vulture launch is in your hand. Okay, let's look at it. If vulture launch is in your hand, right? Move this card, blah blah blah. If vulture launch is in your hand means vulture launch is a card. However, this no card is called vulture launch. There's vulture injection. And through testing, yes, this is vulture launch right here. It's just mistranslation again. Like, you know what's the funny thing is? When you click here, there's vulture launch plus. So it is translated correctly here, but not here. Like, they need to fix this ASAP. This is a tragedy. People need to know whether it works or it doesn't. If they don't get this fixed, right, so all this system, all this epiphany, it's just gonna fall apart because none of this works. Now, to a less serious problem, but I don't think it's gonna be fixable. I don't think they even want to fix it. It's the class system and the attribute system. Now, all of these classes right here doesn't mean anything. Well, I guess for controller. Controller means like supportive class, and Vanguard means that they have shield. That's about it. Like, that's the extent of this class system. Like, for example, right? Rin is a striker, balanced in both offense and defense. Look at this. Look at her card, right? It's all offense. It's all offense. It's no defense. Like, yeah, there's this one card that gives shield, but like that's everyone have that. It's either shield or heal. Everybody have that. So all of this is offensive. There's nothing defensive about her kit at all. And then there's the attribute system. It's just the classic. It's just a classic gacha attribute system. You just match the color, right? Passion with passion, void with void, instinct with instinct. When you match the color, you deal increased damage and tenacity damage. Tenacity is the bar below here. Like, when you break the bar, you gain 1 AP and they delay the enemy's action. The thing is, delaying the enemy action might be useful in game like Honkai Star Rail because they have like a turn order, right? But in this game, you just take turn. Your turn, an enemy turn, your turn, enemy turn. This turn right here, normally, right, for non-boss enemy, it will say like 4 or something. If you do like 5 cards, then the enemy will immediately take turn. But for bosses, they are infinite to begin with. So breaking them does not delay at all. Like, after you're done with your turn, right? If the enemy have not taken an action yet, they will take action. So it's just meaningless. What it does is that this increased damage right here, this is the problem. At endgame, you probably need a DPS of the right element to deal with the combo. Well, this is a gacha game, so it is to be expected to some extent, but I still think this sucks. I really do. Okay, there's another part that is tied to the gacha system, which is the manifest ego. The dupes. Right. Honestly, the dupes in CZN is not that bad. There's some outlier, like Rin right here, right? Her whole kit revolves around like maintaining this dark cloud stance and just spamming skill after that. The problem is, this like ego manifestation just gives her this stance like whenever you do anything with her. So look at this, look at her card, right? There are only 2 cards that gives you that. This card right here, right? And this card right here. And you know what? Some of the epiphany, like this epiphany right here, removes that line. So you cannot even gain the stance in this card. Same with this right here. Like, look at this. That line is just gone for most of these cards. So Rin is definitely an outlier. Like, for most characters, they're just like performance boost. They don't really change the gameplay, but for Rin specifically, they do absolutely change the gameplay. Another problem with the gacha system are the partners. It's just another meaningless system in a gacha game for the sake of gacha. Look at this. This is Rin's kind of signature partner or something like that. This is actually less egregious than most cases because her ego skills do damage and provide buffs. That's it. Now, if you look at Calliope, signature partner, draw 1 highest cost card. The highest cost card in her deck is the Vulture launch card. Like, it is this bullshit right here. Which you would need, like, look at this, Celestial, right? We're using a card with 2 cost 2 or higher. This card activate. And it had retain and retrieve, so pretty much when you have this card in your hand, it just activates whenever you use like 2 costs right here, like all of these, like this. If you use it, it will automatically trigger this card. So it is very important to how you play the characters. I think, well, this is a gacha game, right? This kind of thing is somewhat to be expected yet again, but I think they can do something about it, I guess. Now, to the last problem. Right, the last problem is actually not that serious. I think just something I should nitpick. You know how in the dev talk they want to make the game more approachable to new player? I think they kind of failed at it. Mainly because of the epiphany, like the save data here. When you do a chaos manifestation run, you gain items and you gain cards, right? At the start of the run, you will start with these 4 cards. After that, every time you gain an epiphany, you will either gain a new card, like these cards down here, unique card. You either gain a new card, or you gain a new epiphany for your cards. The problem is the early chaos manifestation does not give you nearly even enough epiphany for you to explore with this system right here. So the whole deck building just kind of doesn't work in the early game. Like, you already have items. You can just lock these behind high level chaos manifestation, right? But give us like triple, maybe quadruple the number of epiphany you get during a run. No, or there's this thing you can do, right? So when you go to like mission, story mission, right? In story mission, you will be forced in some ways to do like a chaos manifestation, like a mini chaos manifestation, right? This chaos manifestation does not have a boss, but you can gain save data from this. In chapter 1, this one right here, right? It's like 5 minutes into the gameplay, you get in there, you know what I'm talking about. So in that chaos manifestation, you are forced to use this character here, Tressa. And you are forced to pick these epiphany to build this exact deck right here. And I think they should keep doing this to later chapters. Like, they should do it for Owen, for Ray, for Mika. These are the 3 characters that you get from just playing the game, right? They should do the same thing they did for Tressa. They just give you a very simple deck you can play with, show the new player how it's done, you know, how the epiphany system works. Like this deck right here, it's very simple. You just create like all these shadow daggers applying agony, and then you use this card to deal 800% damage. It's very simple. Just keep doing that with the 3 characters. That's my suggestion. Alright? I think that's all the problems I have with the combat. If you experience any other problem, please leave it down in the comment. That's all I have for today. Goodbye.
Fight.